Texas residents there, they've been dealing with the brutal cold and the catastrophic failure of their state's energy infrastructure, living without power for so much of the week because of that massive winter storm. And while millions of Texans were without power, heat, and water, Texas Senator Ted Cruz jetted off to Cancun, Mexico with his family. He now says he regrets taking that trip.
So the question from the video on the cell phone was whether the decision to go was tone deaf. Look, it was obviously a mistake, and in hindsight, I wouldn't have done it. I was trying to be a dad, and all of us have made decisions. When you've got two girls who have been cold for two days and haven't had heat or power, and they're saying, hey, look, we don't have school, why don't we go, let's get out of here. I think there are a lot of parents that'd be like, all right, if I can do this, great. That's what I wanted to do. As I said, really from the moment I sat on the plane, I began really second-guessing that decision and saying, look, I know why we're doing this, but I've also got responsibilities. And it had been my intention to be able to work remotely, to be on the phone, to be on internet, to be on Zoom, to be engaged, but I needed to be here.
Said we will see a different Adrian Broner. How different will we see now going forward? Like now, are you going right back to training?
See, that's the thing. It is a different AB. It is. What happened was I only had $13 coming into this motherfucker fight. We done flipped that to about 13 million. So a lot of things gonna change. We gonna listen. I ain't gonna lie. For the rest of the weekend, we gonna pop bottles, cash checks, and have sex. But on Monday, it's back to kicking ass and hitting bags, though. Real talk.
The game is so fast. Timberwolves will take off a little bit of time here. Ooh, they were lucky that wasn't turned over. Anthony Edwards, that time he does finish with the exclamation point.
While the sun is shining, the warmer weather cannot erase the pain so many struggling families across the Houston area are still dealing with today.
Me having a full tank of gas, that's going to get me through the whole week.
250 families who were impacted by last week's winter storm received free gas today. All thanks to Houston rapper Trey the Truth, who teamed up with a gas station owner for the giveaway.
This man, every time something happens, or even when nothing doesn't happen, you always see him. He's like a blessing to everybody in the city of Houston.
Welcome. Episode 16 of the Minority Agenda podcast. We are here. I'm your host, Isaiah Thornton. Right now, this is episode 16, like I said earlier. Cancun Cruise is the name of this episode. I can't just leave without, I can't just not lead in without that. That's still crazy to me. That is so crazy to me. To my left, we have one of my co-hosts, the hip-hop encyclopedia himself, Ricardo Mexicano. He's one half of the Luchador Tag Team Championship of the world, known as Minority Agenda Podcast. I like that. You like that, right?
Yeah.
And so he's also on the cover of, I don't know the name of it, but he's a cover guy.
It's just a Navy website.
I can't call you a cover girl. Can we call you a cover?
You cannot no. Please don't even try.
Boy.
Yeah, cover boy. Yeah, let's do cover boy.
Boy.
Yeah, I like Cancun Cruises, but what about Cancun Kickback? I like that one.
Cancun Kickback. That's fat. All right, we'll change it. Cancun Kickback.
Sounds like a Weekend album.
I know, right?
Cancun Kickback.
It sounds like a Ray Shrimmer song.
So like Ricardo, are you like Candace Michelle right now with your album cover, with your magazine cover?
Candace Michelle? No, she went on Playboy Mac.
Exactly. Is this like your?
No. Why Candace Michelle?
I'm just saying. We're gonna let this Pete Rock and CL Smooth rock out. To my left, to my right. I already did my left. This guy is a great guy. This is the man who called Greg Abbott himself and said, "Hey, my baby's first day out of the hospital will not be in cold air. He has to watch The Wiggles tomorrow." This is the same man who said, hey, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, The Wiggles, and who else? Fetch Ruffman. I don't know. I got to keep on going. PBS Kids, we got it. If you need it, we got it.
Arthur,
all that. He's the NBA insider. He's wearing a Pistons hat right now. Mr. Jacob Gray. What's up with you?
What's going on, my guys?
Yeah, I had to name on
his Mickey Mouse Playhouse or Clubhouse. That's what he likes the most. He be jamming some Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Wow. First day, first week, first everything
since the apocalypse, pretty much.
The apocalypse of Texas.
Feel like.
Apocalypse of Texas.
Yeah,
but Texas was losing it.
Yo, it was like I saw a lot of greedy talk on the internet about Texas. You know, I wasn't feeling that. Mm-hmm. It was a lot of slick yapping at the mouth. You know, as a Pimp C would say.
You saw a lot of New Yorkers.
A lot of people from New York, people from like states that nobody cared about, like Wyoming, like, you know, just about like a lot of irrelevant comments.
Wyoming?
You know?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Maine.
Oh yeah, I mean them too. I mean, yeah, you know, just irrelevant states at the end of the day.
I saw a lot of Florida people talking.
Yeah,
because they were in 75-degree weather, just chilling with the sun out.
Exactly. I'm just like, look, like maybe not Florida. Like, you know, they're just kind of, I can understand why they can make jokes, but like people who like experience cold like every single season, like, y'all don't know that y'all been having this stuff happen for years, like decades. Your infrastructure is set. Like, y'all know what to do. Y'all have procedures. Y'all have the equipment, the tools, the resources. So y'all can make jokes all day, but y'all pretty much have it easy because y'all know what to do. Here, we had to just thug it out.
Thug it out, I did.
Yeah. Oh, yes. So we're gonna get into the story. I think Isaiah, you want to go first? Like,
yeah, I'll go first.
About winter storm. You know what? They actually have names. I realized they had names like hurricanes have names.
Was it called Irene?
Yuri.
Yuri. Okay.
Yeah, this one was called Yuri. I didn't know that either till like I went like on one of the weather app I have on my phone. It was like, please be on the lookout for a winter storm Yuri. I'm like, who's Yuri? And then I look it up, and I'm like, oh, it's a thing happening right now.
He said, "Here's Yuri."
Yeah, yeah. So like, they have names.
Is that a Hispanic name, Yuri?
No, I think Yuri's Jewish.
Okay.
Or it's like, I think it's either Jewish or European. I can't remember exactly.
All right. Well, I'll go first here on this epic week. Like Ricardo said, the apocalypse of Texas was among us. For me, I was staying in my dorm room, right? And so Sunday night, my power went out. I was asleep though, but everybody who stayed next to me, like the kids down the hall, they're like, "Oh, it went out Sunday night at like 2 a.m." So I didn't wake up till 8 in the morning, 7 in the morning. That's usually when I wake up, and I just feel this cold chill in the air. And then I look out, I'm like, "Oh, it's snowing." Mind you, I was prepared for this on Saturday. I went to Aldi. Got some lunch meat, got some bread. I'm thinking, no, I'm going to be here for 2 days straight. You know, I'm going to be cooling Monday, Tuesday. I'll be cooling. I'll be back Wednesday. No, that was not the case. My power went out Sunday night and didn't come back on till Wednesday morning. The water was off. The water didn't come on till, Wednesday afternoon. And so in my dorm room, it got all the way down to 30 degrees inside. And it was at least 40 kids in, you know, per floor, or not per floor, but just in the whole building. So we were like freezing. The only place that had power was the freshman dorm. So I would walk there every day to the freshman dorm on the first floor, charge my phone every 3 hours. I would have to walk back because I would be on my phone like, yo, I'm cold. At one point, I think day number 2 was probably the worst day. Because it's like, I know I'm going to be cold, but I don't want to sleep in my room in my bed because that's freezing cold. So I just slept on the couch. And so when I woke up, everything, my whole body was cold. My feet felt like rocks. I was that cold. I thought I was at war. Like, I was like, man, don't nobody care about us at school.
You felt like, you probably felt like Frozone does.
For real?
From The Incredibles.
I felt alone. My mom was like, "Well, you know, we gave you blankets." It was like, my mom was like, "Do you want me to come down there?" I'm like, "You can't get on the road. There's no way you're getting on 45." So, but I made it through. Wednesday, everything melted, but that's when the powers. You know, that's when we had Centerpoint Energy, which is a third party of Equort or Equort. How do you say that?
The EPOT or whatever.
Yeah. Which covers 90% of Texas, by the way.
Yeah.
So we're
ERCOT. That's what it was. ERCOT.
Yeah. That was the only thing I was mad. The only thing I was mad at, realistically, like legitly mad at, is because I have like a downtown view, so I see the whole Houston skyline, right?
Right.
So every night that I'm going to sleep and it's 27 degrees in my building, I'm looking outside and downtown is lit up.
Yeah.
It's lit up. I'm like, oh, that's a big finger to my face while I sleep. I'm just like, so
yeah. Well, everybody pretty much. Yeah, you have like all these like offices and buildings that they feel like they can't be without power. Of course they're going to get special treatment, while the people who are paying the majority of the taxes in the city and the state, are suffering. So and it's crazy you say like the ERCOT, because I think today it just came out that multiple members from like the board from like from ERCOT resigned.
I'm glad. I hope so. I honestly thought they cut our power off on purpose.
I think it was 5 board members of the of ERCOT. They all resigned today.
Yeah, that needed to happen because that was like, come on now, power.
It was a failure
in 2021. No, but do you believe that in 2021 we're gonna have a power failure like that
for a week? No, I can understand a day. All right, I can understand maybe 2 days. Once it starts getting into a point where people probably, and you can't, and that's the thing. There's one thing to have a power outage, but it's one thing where you can't even leave your home.
Yeah.
Like, like when you can't get on the road and like go get like food and like for me, like power, thankfully, thank God never went out. It was good. Didn't have to deal with that. Water was probably the only issue. It was kind of in and out, occasionally it will be hardly anything. The pressure will be low, and some days they'll be a lot better. Trying to take a shower, it's cold as hell. So, just, suffering all the way through. And then the roads, like, I actually had to work from home all week, but like there was time where like I had to like go and like get something because I was like running out of something at home. I go to like Target one, I think it was last Wednesday, I think. And I'm driving really slow, being careful on the road. I pulled up to the Target. That joint is like emptied out, like nobody's business, like hardly anything there, just like the majority of stores everywhere else in the state. I get what I could, bring it back. Well, actually, I get in my car, of course,
right?
And I'm over here thinking, like, you know what? Let me avoid the main street because the street that the Target I went on is kind of busy. And I'm like, you know what? Let me avoid traffic because it was like around 7 p.m. I was like, let me take a scenic route. I started, I put my GPS on, take like the scenic route. I'm driving, hardly any cars. Road is still kind of icy, but I'm being careful. I eventually reach this steep road. I look at it, I'm like, I'm not getting up there. I think this is where I die. So like I stop and like, I'm my car's like this at this point. And I start rolling back. But I'm like still like braking. I still have enough traction to where I can brake, but it's still icy. And eventually I hit the embankment behind me. Luckily there's like no cars around me.
Right.
I eventually hit the sidewalk, like the embankment. And luckily I also didn't like scratch my car or anything. It's like literally my tire is just stuck. So I'm just like there. I realize I'm stuck. My wheel's spinning out and I can't get out. So I'm like, man, I'm finna die in this tundra. Like, I'm like, I'm finna like sleep in my car tonight with like this food. Like, luckily I got food from Target, so I guess I could make it, but luckily somebody was passing by and he helped me push my car out like within like maybe 15 minutes and I just turned back around and I went home. But like, yeah, I was like, it was crazy because like I was just thinking about like if anybody else was in this position, I don't know if they would have been that lucky. I just happened to get lucky. And it wasn't like the most abandoned road or anything. Like cars were passing by quite often, but it was kind of like out in the woods, kind of in the country.
Yeah.
So that was my experience. I didn't fall once, because I've driven in snow. I've lived in like places where it snowed a lot, like overseas. So I've driven in the snow before, but like I said, it's very different here when you don't have the infrastructure set up. Question:
you said you worked from home. Did base anytime run out of power, or is that impossible?
Base was closed.
Okay, it was closed.
Yeah. Nobody could get on base. I think it was open if you needed to get on there, but as far as like most people I knew, they weren't. Nobody was going to base to work.
So people don't stay on base no more. Or is that just I'm just thinking a different base?
What do you mean?
You know, you have some people who stay in.
Oh yeah, no, you still have people who live on base.
Okay.
Yeah, you still have people that live at the barracks on base, but that's usually like people who are a lot junior, like people who like, because the military has this like kind of like probationary system to like if you haven't reached a certain amount of years or you haven't reached a certain rank, you're not allowed to stay off base. So you have to stay on base.
Okay.
So it's kind of like that. So and that's usually for like a lot of junior people who are like really new.
I got you.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, you still have that. But like since I've been in for a while, I can get a place off base.
All right, it's time for
it.
The man who called the governor.
Hey.
What'd you say to Greg, man? What'd you say to wheelchair Greg, man? What'd you say to him?
Wheelchair.
I thought he got to do something about this because I had a crazy week, dog. My week was just hectic. I just didn't know what to do. First, it started off like I'm leaving work, and this is when I first like began to like realize this serious situation's about to happen. This is Saturday night.
Yeah.
Going into Sunday morning because I work weekend nights, so I work from 5 p.m. all the way to 5 a.m. So I'm leaving work at 5 a.m. and my truck is like sliding a little bit just from backing out my parking spot. Just not even 5 miles an hour. I'm just backing out my parking spot and my truck is like sliding. So I'm like, this is not good because if it's that like if I just go that slow and I'm already sliding, this is not good. So I'm just going slow home. And then the next day I go to work and he sends me home. He's like, well, we're not going to work that long because there's no trailers coming in and we're not receiving anything, blah, blah, blah. So I go home and I go to my girl's house and I tell her a couple hours later, I said, oh, I'm going to go get something to eat. Not thinking like something's got to be open. Like it's I just left work and it's not that bad. No. I go out to get something to eat hours later and everything's already closed and nothing's open. And it's just the roads are really bad, so there's no one's on the roads anymore. And then for the next couple of days, we stay at my girl's house. And she lives on an add-on to her house where the back doesn't really have what's the word? Where it keeps it literally like it keeps the climate good, like room temperature.
Oh, the insulation. Yeah.
She doesn't have insulation in that add-on. So like when it's cold, it's freezing. And when it's hot, it's like super hot.
Yeah.
So she stayed in the living room for like the first day. And then I asked her, I was like, do you want to go to my parents' house? Because everything's good. They still have power. They still have water. Everything's good. Like, I mean, her house still had power and water, but here we have like, the climate's good. Like we have the heaters everywhere. So we came over here and we stayed here a couple of days and everything was fine until like our water went out and then a cell tower went out. So we don't have internet in my house because we live in the country.
Right.
And a cell tower went out and that's the only internet we have is for our phones. So I'm getting no service since like Monday night going into Tuesday morning. I had no service at all until the service came back on Saturday morning. And that's crazy. Like, and then by Thursday night, I told my mom I have to go back to Laura's house, even though it's freezing, because I cannot stand having no service and no water here because I haven't taken a shower. I brush my teeth with bottled water. I just been sitting here like just talking to my girlfriend, just playing with the baby the whole time, like nothing else to do. Can't do nothing on my phone. Haven't even used it. It's a brick at this point.
Yeah.
And then so like I just went back home, went back to Laura's house, and I had for my last day off, I had some cell service I could do something with, and then everything came back on the next day. But the first day coming to my parents' house. I had Kroger's was the only place open, so I had to go there to get some baby stuff so we can stock up and make sure he was good. But going to my parents' house, we live on like a hill,
right?
Like from the road, so I had to go around this hill and then go up like past a creek and then go up the road to my parents' house because we live on a hill. And I'm trying to go up the first part of the hill, and I turn my 4x4 on, and then it reads check 4x4, which means my 4x4 ain't working.
Oh,
Jesus.
So I'm just in 2-wheel drive and I'm trying to go up this hill and my truck's just sliding. And I'm like, okay, I can get it, baby. Don't worry, I can get it.
Yeah.
I got it. And it keeps sliding. I was like, all right, let me reverse, do it again. And I keep doing that. And eventually I can't see out of neither my backup camera or my windows because it's all iced over. And I go too far back and I smack into a tree. And it doesn't do much to my truck, but just like breaks the plastic on the bumper. But eventually I had to call my dad, and he has a 4-wheel drive truck, which just pulled me up easy, no problem. But other than that, man,
Baby Luca's first week out sounds so dangerous.
Yeah, it was bad.
You gotta write this in this baby book. We went through an apocalypse amongst apocalypse in the.
I'm gonna tell him the next week he was a week after he was born, we had a Texas apocalypse.
Oh, you know what? You should find a newspaper and get, like they did in The Office. They were gonna do for whoever's child was born. Yeah, and just find the newspaper that said "Snowstorm of Hell." Just
and what's crazy is he was supposed to be born that Monday. Like that was her due date. But now
you would have stuck in the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have been stuck in the hospital for sure. They probably would have not let anybody leave, especially newborn mothers.
But it might have been a little better because then I had power, water.
Yeah, you definitely would have had what you needed within there for sure. Yeah, and I think it's crazy how like the week prior to last week, like all that stuff happened like in Fort Worth and Dallas, and like with the accidents and all that with the pileups.
Oh man, prayers to all the family members who were lost in there, because I was watching those videos, man, and seeing that pictures.
Yeah, all the video people just locked in their cars for like hours.
Man,
yeah, like it's traumatizing, like especially like if you survived, and like to like know that you were lucky, but how like what do they call it? Survivor's guilt, Well, survivor's guilt, like you made it through, but it's almost you almost feel guilty for like the people that didn't.
Yeah.
So that was just crazy to know that happened, and then this happened, and it affected everybody like on a larger scale, which was crazy.
I saw a guy who said he survived it, and he said whenever it ices over on the road again, he said I probably will never drive.
Yeah.
He said I'll probably just call in every time it ice in now.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was supposed to like when the whole pileup happened, I wanted to go home that weekend. And then, but I was like, you know what? I don't think I feel like I'm not probably going to make it back in time. I'll probably have to, if I do go, first, I don't want to risk an accident happening, but also if I do make it to my mom's house, I'll have to like stay there probably for like the whole week. So I'm glad I didn't go. I didn't go that week, and I didn't go this past weekend either. The one that just passed, even though this past week was finally like okay, I still didn't want to go just to be sure.
No,
you said it melted on Wednesday for you.
Yes, Wednesday morning. It was like it never happened. It was 70. It was 70 degrees in Houston.
It melted here on Thursday. It started like it was still ice, but like that's like when you first notice like, oh, this stuff is going away, and then Friday was like completely gone.
Oh yeah, no, I called my granny. No. My granny said it ain't gone yet, baby. Saturday morning, baby, it's gone. I said,
yeah.
In Pittsburgh,
that's kind of how it was, because like I think in East Texas,
y'all were like the last ones.
It still was really bad on Thursday. And then Friday is when everything basically started like clearing up and was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think East Texas was like the last to like get like the worst of it and then finally go away.
Yeah.
But a person who couldn't go away. I got to transition to this guy. We're not going to spend that much time on him, but the Senator Ted Cruz found a voyage to Mexico, Cancun, Mexico.
Cancun, kickback cruises, whatever you want to call it.
Kickback cruise. Like, how do you find a way to leave your state and and go to Cancun. You know your daughters ain't never said, "Hey, let's go to Cancun."
I know, right?
I didn't know
Like
what Cancun was until I was 17, 16.
Yeah, I don't think his daughter couldn't point to Cancun on the map.
But they are some rich kids, so
Yeah, they are some probably. I mean, it probably ain't their first time going to Cancun. They probably been before.
That's true.
Yeah, so they probably knew, But Ted, you should have stopped at that point. You'd be like, bro, you are a senator. You have work to do. Like you say, like you just knowing his position and like the power he has. I'm pretty sure you could have found a generator somewhere.
Can we vote him out?
You said what?
Can we vote him out?
Yes.
I've never tried to vote for some fresh.
I don't know how it works for senators, how they're voted out, but yeah, they can be voted out.
Oh, okay.
Because it's still a public office, so yeah.
Gotcha.
This whole situation reminds me of, I forgot what happened when Trump was in presidency, when something like crazy happened and Trump was playing golf.
Hurricane Harvey. Oh, they're gonna say Hurricane Harvey, where he was shooting basketballs
It might have been.
Oh, yeah.
It might have been one of the hurricanes where he was just. It was a serious situation, and then somebody was photoing him playing golf that day.
Oh, I think it's I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what it was.
About it.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was just he was at his golf resort. Yeah, acting like nothing was going on.
I do want to say thank you to Trey the Truth for Trey the Truth was in my neighborhood almost the entire weekend, donating, giving money, giving food, giving gas. Like legitly, if I would have known he was at that gas station, because I was looking for gas. And Wilson, because Wilson, once I got back power, I called Wilson because Wilson didn't have no power. Wilson stayed on my couch. I called Wilson, and so me and Wilson was in the car driving, looking for gas. And out of 13 gas stations, we couldn't find one with gas or power. At one point, there was one gas station, and it was like 14 cars there. He was taking money in the dark and just say, "Hey, grab what you want." And we're like, "What?" Like,
yeah,
crazy. So
yeah, I think that was like
the next day. Was,
I think that was the best part about this whole thing that happened. If there was anything good that happened, was like just to see how many people like care, because you saw like a lot of people like extend their hand and like open up like their home to be like, if you ain't got power, got water, come stay with us. Stores like local businesses were giving out their water, their groceries. People like helping, stopping in the road to help other people. Like just a lot of people like doing a lot of good and like persevering.
And that's not a well-known thing, but I'm gonna let it be known that Houston rappers are probably the most caring for their community than any other
place.
Rapper place. Like they care more than Atlanta's probably a close second, but they care more than Atlanta. They care more than Chicago. They care more than New York. They definitely care more than LA.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, that's like a big one up, like to like just the whole state. Cause like when you feel like the state is like kind of like let you down, like on a service level, it's good to see that, just the everyday people are like still willing to help each other out, like, cause you didn't see like no crazy looting. You didn't see like people like trying to steal or like, just go crazy, take advantage of it. No, people were like, even though people were like in dire situations, you didn't see any of that.
Nah,
it's that Texas is number one for Southern hospitality, and I believe
yeah, for sure.
I told y'all they pulled up. They gave me this Specs water.
I know they gave you the Specs water. It's probably trash, but they gave you Specs water.
Hey, no, it actually tastes pretty good. I might start going to Specs to get the water. I don't go to Specs for any.
I'm kidding. Yeah.
But this water is pretty good. Just like the Pure Life. I like Pure Life water.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen Specs water in my life until today. So
I was getting the HEB water. It doesn't say HEB, but it's like the water they got in there.
Right.
So yeah.
All right. So
they got HEB in Fort Worth?
They have a Central Market. Which is pretty much like a bougie. It's owned by HEB.
It's an affiliate.
Yeah. It's owned by them. It's like the bougie HEB. But they got a lot of good stuff there. It's just like really kind of pricey. I think the closest HEB is in Weatherford, like 30 minutes from here.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was HEBs in that area.
Yeah. There's like two. I think there's one in like this little small town called Crowley, Burleson, which is like 25 minutes out to here, and then there's one like west of Fort Worth and like Weatherford, I think.
Well, gentlemen, what is next on our docket list? Ricardo, what was number 2? Because I want to make a great transition.
So next we have, you know, Mr. Smurda himself.
No? Tom Cruise.
Yes.
Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Hot Boy.
Yeah, exactly.
His hat.
GS. Yeah.
GS9. His hat's
Mr. 9.
It's falling from the sky. The King of New York. He's back.
Yes.
He's back.
That Knicks hat he had. It was a Knicks hat, right?
It was a Knicks hat. Yes,
it was a Knicks hat. Like it touched down and it hit harder than the asteroid that made the dinosaurs extinct. Pretty much.
Wow, the Land Before Time.
It touched down. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Littlefoot and Ducky and all them.
That's crazy.
Wiped out
by
the Hot Boy.
No comeback.
I just got the Littlefoot and Ducky.
He's today they announced that he's 5 times platinum for Hot Boy.
Oh, really? He is?
Yeah, he's 5 times platinum. So I'm happy for Bobby Smurda. If you don't know, now you know. Bobby Smurda has been released from prison. On a few episodes ago, not even a few, I would say like 10 episodes ago, we announced that he was getting released earlier. But we just didn't know what day. They said early February. And lo and behold, today is it's February this month, Black History Month. He got released. And so he came home. He finally got to see his family. Quavo was with him.
Yep.
Quavo
on the PJ
was with him on a private jet. And so the one thing that people are making fun of Bobby Smurda for is the selection of women that he had with him on the plane.
Yes, Mr. Smurda was accompanied by a group of what the kids nowadays call snow bunnies, you know?
Okay.
You know?
Y'all want to talk about? Listen, man, I'm not going to judge him for that.
It's the first day out. I think he's just happy to have women around him. You know, they were Caucasian, but I'm sure if he likes white women, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. I just think he wasn't really thinking about it in that moment. He's just trying to have a good time on the PJ. I don't really fault him for it. So, it is what it is right now.
So, like, who you think called them up? Was it Quavo or him?
It was Quavo.
Quavo called them up, but Quavo goes with Sweetie. See.
No, but what if they were like Sweetie's like entourage or like backup dancers?
That can't be Sweetie's on. If that's Sweetie's entourage, I have a problem with Sweetie. We need to talk to Sweet. That had to be Doja Cat's homegirls. Now you're talking.
They were Saweetie's personal trainers.
No. Now you're talking. Now we're potting. We got a podcast right now. Okay, that had to be Doja Cat's homegirls.
Okay, yeah.
Ain't no way Sweetie's not letting them hang with them. Definitely not.
So Quavo got connected with Doja Cat's people, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, you know what? Yeah. Me and Smurda we're gonna pull up in the PJ, we're gonna touch down. And we need some girls. You know anybody? I'm like, do I know anybody?
Or maybe that was Offset and Cardi B's nannies. We can go with that
Offset
too.
And Cardi B's nannies.
Yeah. It had to be their nannies. It's because no. Ain't no way they made it onto the jet.
What? Well, they got 3 nannies for 1 girl.
You said
I know, right? That's what I was thinking. You think Culture needs that many nannies?
Yeah, Culture is bad.
Baby Culture needs that many nannies?
Baby Culture is a little bad. We were all bad at one point, but Baby Culture is a little bad.
Jesus, 3 nannies.
Baby Culture has a $60,000 Birkin bag. Yeah, Baby Culture needs 3 nannies. Is that important?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's a weird look. Don't get me wrong, but for the time being now, it's just him. I think, like I said, I'm happy that it's free. I don't think he should be receiving the criticism right now. Just let him live for now. And if he does some actual dumb stuff later, y'all can rip him apart.
Right.
For that.
I'm happy he's home. I want to know how the music's gonna sound. I think this first record that he puts out, I think we're all gonna hype it up. We're gonna hype it up. We're gonna let him get his streams off, right?
Right.
But when do we start critiquing his music again?
After the first album.
So it has to be. So mixtape or album?
Album.
Okay.
Is he still signed to Epic? Because that's who he was signed to originally.
Dropped.
Did he get dropped by Epic?
He's been dropped. He's a free man. He's
independent right now.
He's independent. And I hope he doesn't go back to Epic because I don't want to see him performing on a
I want to see
table
that again.
a table full of record employees ever again.
Yeah,
that was slave trade at its finest. I couldn't handle that one.
I love that video.
Even for 2014, I was like, whoa, this is much. It's a lot. So
that boy, he just don't care.
So
he's Bobby.
Right now, Bobby Spurgeon's music is 7 years old, and there was a clip by our DC World 1 where they said this is what Bobby Spurgeon's music is gonna sound like, and they're like, Bobby, they were trying like all his homeboys trying to tell him like, Bobby, that's 7 years. That was 7 years ago. All the people that you came out with that you think are still asking for features, he's like, they started naming Rich Homie Quan, Fetty Wap. Somebody else. They said, Bobby, none of them rap anymore. They're like, so
and if they do, it's not really popping for them like that.
Right,
anymore.
It's not popping like that. So you got to like Trill Sammy, like you got to find some more people.
Yeah,
like you got to make some new original content. So I really want to see what he's gonna do. Should he do a first day out?
I kind of get tired of the first day out, man.
Same.
I'm kind of.
I don't.
I'm kind of worn out on the first day out tracks, because at the end of the day, like you could call it whatever you want, because usually they're not talking about anything to do with first day outs a lot of time. They're literally just talking about whatever they want.
Right.
like T Grizzly's first day out. It's a reason that one stood out because he did talk about being out on the first day. But I feel like a lot of people just use that title as just a marketing, just to grab people, and then I'm just gonna rap about whatever I want to rap about. So on one end, I get it, but I think if he just puts out some quality songs that can really hook people, I think that's all he needs.
See, Ricardo don't want him to talk about these 3 girls in his first day out. Because if he don't bring them up, then he lying. He lying on us. He has to bring them up.
I don't know what he's going to talk about. I don't know what.
He has to talk about them on the first day out.
I hope he talks about his experience, like what it was like in prison. 7 years is a long time to be locked up like that. So
yeah,
I want him to really break down his thought process, what he's been through, what it's like being locked up in Rikers, and if he felt like his career was over at some point, because that's got to take a lot out of you to feel like you're gonna be at the top of the rap game. I mean, he wasn't the very top, but he was very, very popular.
He sat for 2 years waiting for a trial date.
Yeah,
just like Taxstone is still sitting right now.
So I think it takes a lot out of you to believe that this could be it. At the height of your popularity. So to be out, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I really can't wait to hear him on some drill beats.
Oh, he's gonna be crazy on the New York drill beats. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
So I guess the last thing I want to ask, everybody says they're giving him a feature when he got out. Young Thug said that. Quavo, of course, is gonna give him a feature. I'm pretty sure more people will give him more features. Do you think they're gonna charge him? Should they charge him for these features?
I think Thug may do it on the cool, just do it for the free.
Right.
I think Quavo might do it for the free, seeing that he picked him up in the PJ. So I think he's good on that end. And, and I feel like it kind of be insensitive because I'm pretty sure Bobby's got money. I'm pretty sure his team took care of him. His family took care of him, made sure he had money to come home with. But, I think one or two, if not a lot more, we'll probably just let him get a feature for the free.
All right. Next we have another. He's not a legend. He's another a fellow New Yorker and
another legend.
This is a East Coast beef. It's not even a beef. This is so stupid. It's so stupid of how he got caught. in a parking lot. Okay, so let me set this up. Meek Mill and Tekashi 6ix9ine were at a club, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
A club or in a park. They were in a parking garage. That's all I know. And Meek Mill was walking out of the parking garage, and Tekashi 6ix9ine said, "Hey Meek, you're soft. You're a beep beep beep," and some other words like that. And then he said, "I got my own fire. Don't need security in the club." He started rapping Pooh Shiesty. I don't know if a lot of people picked that up. He was rapping Pooh Shiesty. I'm just saying. He said, "I got my own fire. I don't need security in the club." Yet he had security.
Right.
He did.
And so Meek's people were gonna run up on him. Is it? How do I say this? This is like, at this point, Tekashi needs attention. We've been known that, but after that his latest album flopped, because I didn't think it was gonna flop. I thought, oh, okay, the kids are still the kids; they're still gonna listen to it. But the kids also think, hey, I want to be cool like all the old folks, or not old folks, the younger crowd, but they're older than me.
Yeah, and they don't like 6ix9ine.
And they don't like 6ix9ine, so that's what they're gonna pay attention to. So, with that being said, this is an attention grab by Tekashi 6ix9ine. I'm mad at Meek for giving it attention. That's what I'm mad at.
Yeah, but I think there's like two sides. Like, I'm kind of mad at Meek for giving it, and that's what Tekashi is doing right now. Like, you know, he made like those latest Instagram story where he was like talking about like, you know what, I don't do anything to y'all. Y'all mess with me. So if you don't mess with me, you know, then he started talking about King Von and saying all this stuff, like, you know, all this disrespectful stuff. And it was like, if y'all don't mess with me, I won't say anything. But so he's like flipping it. He's trying to be like, no, y'all are the ones that are starting it with me, and y'all are causing me to do something, you know? And that's why I'm saying, like Meek, you're just feeding into it, man. Like you're giving him what he wants at the end of the day, which is the attention, which is like, because he doesn't care like if he even looks like a sucker, you know. Like, let's say in that little squabble, not a squabble, but like in that little confrontation they had in the parking garage, if Meek would have, you know, put his hand on him, I think Tekashi would have been able to like look at it and be like, all right, yeah, I got hit, but you still, you know, whatever. So I'm gonna still continue to mess with you.
Right. And he put the whole confrontation in his music video. What is it called? Zaza, ZZ, Zaza.
Yeah, something like that.
I didn't listen to it. Some people telling me it's pretty good. You know, it's a good record. It's just he is what he is. So, you know, you really can't listen to it anymore.
Yeah. So, and but like, what did it say about like? So let's say, what if Meek would have ran? Because I feel like they would have used that too. Like, let's say like Tekashi would have been recording, or whatever, like they were, and they decided to.
So wait,
Meek decided to like just like walk the other way.
Okay, like, no. If he walks away, I have no problem with that. Now, running. When you say running, you mean like how he ran out of prison, or you mean like? You see how you set that up? That's how I picture what you just said.
Like he ran when he walked down steps and slipped.
Oh my! He's had a lot of failures. Okay, so Meek Mill, like, if he walks away, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay,
I'm
so if he walks away and like gets in his car and drives off,
yeah,
no
I
problem with that.
Because you know he's either with the police or you're gonna get arrested. Meek is in rooms with Robert Kraft and Jeff Bezos. He doesn't need to be nowhere near 6ix9ine. Robert Kraft doesn't know 6ix9ine exist.
Yeah.
He you're friends with Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots, and you've been in the same room with Jeff Bezos.
I think Bezos know who 6ix9ine is. So.
It's two different levels. It's two completely different levels. We on two different playing fields at this point. He's 6ix9ine is on the freshman team. Meek is on varsity.
Yeah, he's redshirted. 6ix9ine.
Yeah, like, so that's how I look at it. Like, I respect if he wants to keep trolling and risk his life, go it by any means. If you gonna keep paying for them security guards, because they're good security guards, I'll give it to them. They are great security guards. They don't never show their face. You know, when Meek's people was talking to them crazy, they was talking crazy back. I'm like, oh, okay, they here for the gulag. Okay, yeah, y'all ready? So I have no problem with it. Yeah, but you have to know, if you're paying them for your protection, they can easily be bought. JJ Prince could easily say right now, "Oh, I give you 100 racks. I give y'all 100 racks each," and flip the script and not leave him for dead. Just here. Let me fight on 1-on-1. Let me get one of my young boys to fight on 1-on-1. Y'all stand right there. I'll just give y'all 100,000 each. Like anybody could do that. It's not that hard.
Yeah, especially if you have a lot of influence.
Yeah, especially with a lot of influence. So we just gotta because he's not gonna leave hip hop. There's no way that we can kick him out of hip hop. There's no way that he can be banned. In 2021, you can't ban a rapper. I don't think. I think that's impossible.
Anything short of like, I don't know, rape. Like you would have to do some like very, very heinous things to like get like everybody to like turn on you indefinitely. You know,
this wasn't on our docket, and we won't spend much time on this. What's the last rapper do you think that was actually banned from hip hop?
Banned from hip hop?
Like, would you say South Park Mexican was banned, or is that just a misunderstanding?
I feel like he was blacklisted.
Blacklisted? Okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't say he was banned because people still love him. People still listen to him to this day. Like it's crazy. Like he's been locked up for 17, 18 years. It's crazy when you really think about it. He's been locked up for like close to 20 years, and he's still a crazy fan base. If you go like on his Spotify page or anything, that you still see he does crazy numbers, on there for like an underground rapper that hasn't made he's put out albums,
right?
But he hasn't been, he's been in prison the whole time. So I feel like SPM was kind of blacklisted to where you just, it's kind of like you don't say his name kind of thing, but he's still well respected and people love him. So I'll give him blacklisted. I don't know if I would say completely banned. I don't know. Like I feel like I don't think there's ever been a rapper that's been banned. Like maybe Shine, like from Bad Boy.
Okay.
Remember he shot somebody in the club for Diddy.
Yeah. Okay.
And then he got deported to Belize, and that's where he's been ever since. Nobody's heard anything from Shine in forever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like Shine, like he was. I mean, he was Diddy's like goon. Like he was a rapper. Like because Shine was like after Biggie, and people say like Shine's trying to like copy Biggie's like flow and like the way he sound. Even though Shine was like didn't look nothing like Biggie, he was like just a skinny guy. But people say that incident really caused Shine his career and caused him to be. He was incarcerated for a very long time, and then as soon as he was released, like I said, he was deported.
Deported.
And that was it.
I was gonna say Slick Rick, but he just got deported.
For being deported?
Yeah, he technically just got deported. He wasn't really banned. But
yeah, I mean, like I'm trying to think of like some other one, like some a little bit more. I mean, you have Big Lurch, the dude who like ate his girlfriend.
All right, now Ricardo's just going to the deepest, darkest place.
Really? Like it was a guy who like he was like high on PCP and like a lot of drugs, and like he like killed and ate his girlfriend. It's a real story. Like he's still in jail to this day. I think he was from
he still should be in jail today.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Like I think he was originally from Corsicana, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
But he moved to LA to like start his rap career. Yeah, but so I feel like maybe him. I feel like if anybody's banned, probably him, because this man literally ate a human. He committed cannibalism. So, look, you call me the hip hop encyclopedia for a reason. I'm just giving you what I know.
And so that's been our hip hop segment with Ricardo.
People look up Big Lurch if you don't know him.
How do you spell that?
I think it's Lurch.
Big Lurch. Okay. Yeah. All right. Hold on. We're not over Meek Mill because we got to talk about this lyric. All right, so Ricardo, do you have the lyrics pulled up? Who has the lyrics pulled up on their computer?
Oh no, Big Lurch was from Dallas originally. That's what it was.
No, don't put that on us. Don't put that on us. Hey man, don't put that man on us, man.
Yeah, he was from Dallas. Yep. Oh, he was from East Dallas too.
Oh, see, yeah, East Dallas. Yeah, they don't know how to act. All right.
Okay, so the lyric.
Right,
so we're still on.
I got the lyric.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right, so we're
get some context, Hold
on, we're back on Meek Mill. So Meek Mill put out it's not Meek Mill's
a
record.
Snippet.
It's a snippet. It's Lil Baby's record.
Right.
Which is probably finna end up getting changed. I mean, not from Lil Baby, just the song itself from Meek Mill, his verse. It will probably end up getting changed, as Meek Mill referred to himself as he did refer to himself as Kobe, but the bars that he said, I'm not mad at it. Everyone's mad at it. I get what he was saying. That's the only reason why I wasn't mad at it. So, Jacob, can you go ahead and read them real quick?
Yes. It goes, this girl I'm always clutching always tell me that she loved me, but she ain't never showed me.
Yeah, stop.
My Siri came on. Yeah, and if I ever lack, I'm going out with my chopper, and it'd be another Kobe.
So I get what he's saying. If I ever lack with my chopper is my gun, and I'm going out like Kobe. It would, it would be another Kobe. He's calling himself a GOAT.
Because Kobe died in a helicopter.
Right, but
also known as
I don't know if Meek is like a Scottie Pippen, Yeah, Meek's Scottie Pippen. I ain't gonna say Kobe, but he's Scottie. He can be Scottie.
He's Horace Grant. No.
Dang, that's disrespect. Called me Horace Grant.
Nah. Horace Grant got rings.
No, he don't. Horace Grant. Oh, I was saying Grant Hill, but Horace.
No. Horace Grant.
Horace Grant's still disrespectful.
I don't think so. Nah, I wouldn't say Big Mill Horace Grant.
Nah. Big Mill was sort of like. Nah, he an all-star without rings. I'm telling you.
He is a.
So he's Derrick Rose.
He's a Penny. I would say he's like Penny. Is Penny all right?
I mean, he ain't gonna ring.
Well, you be naming. See, that's why I was saying Grant Hill again. You naming Penny like, because Penny got hurt.
Yeah, Penny just got hurt. Yeah. But he's still an all-star.
I'm thinking of somebody. I would think of somebody who had like an all-star like couple seasons, and then they got hurt for a while, and then they came back to their all-star level.
Steve Francis.
Who?
Steve Francis. Meek could be Steve Francis.
Yeah, okay, I can see Meek being Steve. I mean,
Francis.
sort of. I would think somebody a little above Stevie. I don't know.
Okay, so
but besides that,
are y'all mad at the bars?
I'm actually like, I can see why people will say it's insensitive, and even I can like really look at it and be like, that's not really it. But I'm not mad at it. Like, I don't think his intention was to hurt anybody. But, and this is a big but, if Vanessa, which I think she already responded, right? I think Vanessa she did, right?
Yeah.
So like, I feel like whatever she said kind of just has to go. Did she say she didn't like the record?
Yeah, she said she didn't like the record. She said she doesn't know who Meek Mill is. And hopefully if he's that great of a rapper, he should be able to make better lyric choices. That's what she said.
Yeah, I mean, and I like I said, ultimately I'm gonna respect whatever she says, if she feels like it was, because she has like the right to comment on her deceased husband's legacy.
She's absolutely right.
Yeah.
I'm me personally. I'm not. I understand the timing is very terrible, but other than that,
it's the timing.
I'm not mad at the bar.
At the same time, I don't know if he would have said this like maybe 5 years from now, even if that would have been okay. I feel like I think until like most of us are dead and gone, this won't be okay. But like, yeah, it's just terrible timing at the end of the day. But I'm not personally offended by it.
So the era of shock value bars are no longer a thing in hip hop, huh? We can't have shock value bars anymore.
No, I don't think it's that. I just think it's the like we said, it's the recency. It is how close it has happened. Like, people have said some like terrible things before, like Rick Ross, put a Molly in her drink, she didn't even know it. What did Wayne said? I'm gonna beat that cat up, like Emmett Till, like all that,
And no one ever batted an eye about that one. No one.
They did. No, they did. No, people got mad over that line. People got mad over Wayne over that line, but they got over it. The people forgot, and I think this was going to happen with this one. Like I don't think like you said in the beginning, I don't think the record's gonna come out, but the bar is probably gonna be fixed or altered to put a new one in. But people are gonna forget about this like in the next 2 weeks
because QC is probably listening to that and they were like, I'm pretty sure QC was like, okay, well, and, Lil Baby ain't said, so it's fine. It's not his career. But now that everyone's made a big deal, like, all right, send this back, bro. We gotta change this up.
I wonder who leaked it.
I thought Meek put it out himself.
Was it?
I thought Meek put it out himself. That's what I thought.
I don't think so.
Whoever leaked it probably leaked it. Well, I'm glad they leaked it. This probably
was probably from Meek's team.
Yeah, this needed to be changed. This is one of those times, like, bro, we got to put this out to see how they feel. But this ain't it.
Meek is like number one or has a lot of like records he shows on his live that he never puts out. Yeah, it's just like he either changed it to something else or he just didn't like it or he just never puts it out. Because I've heard a lot of Meek songs that are previews that will never hear again or never heard again.
Yeah.
But also, I was thinking it's also the timing. Also, I was going to say, I think maybe later on down the line, maybe 5 to 10 years, it's probably a okay thing to say. Maybe, I don't know if in this manner, because I think if anytime Vanessa will always get like probably hurt by something like this, maybe if he says something like, I'm going to go out on top like Kobe, maybe that's something better.
Maybe.
And she will be fine with that, but I don't think like anything else Vanessa will go for it.
Let's see.
What could have been better? What else could have how would y'all revive the bar if y'all could? What would you say?
I gotta look at it again.
You're gonna be like, what, go out? I said I'm gonna go out with my chopper like Kobe. What was it? That was the last line, right?
Yeah. If I'm ever lacking with my chopper, then it's on me. I don't know.
It's on me like Kobe. Something like that.
No. I leave Kobe out of it.
But I'm saying like you have to like include Kobe, but you have to like make it sound better. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. If I'm ever lacking without my chopper, I'm going out like Kobe. 81 on my head. Call me Jalen Rose. Don't I'm like,
boy, you kept the bar.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep the bar.
I'm gonna keep the bar and add on to it.
I would say like it would have to be something like feeling like a black mamba out in Nairobi. Call me Kobe. Something like that. Because Nairobi is the capital of Kenya. Like something like that. I don't know.
Ricardo, how do you know that? How do you know that's the capital of Kenya? How do you know these little capitals?
I looked it up.
Nairobi. You looked up Nairobi.
Yeah.
I see why they got you on the. I see why they got you on the front page, man. I see it, man. I see the vision, man.
I live in the United States, and I don't even know the capital of 56 of our states. There's only 50 of our states.
There you go. All right, so we are up to we're 2 minutes away from an hour. Let me think. Of course we have sports, but this is our breeze through round of topics. I know Ricardo had on there Lakeith Stanfield and Charlamagne the God. Can you explain this to the people? Because I know how it started. I just don't know why they're going back and forth now. I know why.
Apparently, this has been caused. So for people who don't know, just to kind of like recap a little. Charlamagne the God and Lakeith Stanfield, who's famous for being in Get Out, Atlanta. I think he had like a little small role in the movie Dope, if anybody's ever seen that. And he also played Snoop in Atlanta, the NWA movie.
Lakeith Stanfield played Snoop Dogg in NWA?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was him?
That was him, yeah.
He's also Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah. So So that's the newest movie he was in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he played Snoop in that little bit that he was in the movie when he was in the studio with Dre.
God, I didn't know that was him. Okay, all right, go ahead.
Yeah, that was Lakeith. So Judas and the Black Messiah, good movie by the way for anybody who hasn't seen it. But he is in it, and lately they've been going around doing media press. The the whole shebang, how, you know, actors and stuff like that usually do. And Daniel Kaluuya, who played Fred Hampton in the movie, was doing an interview with the Breakfast Club. Lakeith Stanfield wasn't included in this interview, by the way. It was just Daniel Kaluuya. And Charlamagne made is that gummy bears? Charlamagne made a remark that he told Daniel Kaluuya, you know what, Lakeith Stanfield, because the Lakeith Stanfield character in the movie is an FBI informant, you know, a snitch, pretty much. And Charlamagne made the comment, like, you know what, Lakeith Stanfield played that role really well. It's like he was like born to play that role, you know, kind of like making like a very, very, you know, shooting slugs, you know, like a very, very slight comment. And apparently Lakeith got wind of it. He figured out, you know, he heard it somewhere, and before you know it, he was calling Charlamagne, you know, a hoe. He was just. You know,
go ahead, say what you said. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think I can't remember the exact, but he pretty much just called him like a hoe, and just like kind of like reiterated some of like his old talking points that he's done before, like you know, you're the reason why Black culture is this way, you know, it's your fault. Just leave me alone, man. I don't do anything to y'all. You know, you're just looking for attention, all that stuff, you know, because for people who don't know, this originally stemmed from like Charlamagne just very making fun of like Lakeith for being sensitive and like thinking that he can't rap. And like Lakeith, you know, kind of proved him right a lot of times because he does take things like a little bit too personal. And that's where it originally came from. Huh?
I've seen the video where Charlamagne asked him to rap and he rapped. Yeah. And then Charlamagne goes, "That's it." And yeah, he's like,
that was terrible. Yeah.
I mean, it was Safari bars bad, bro. And I like Safari.
It was pretty bad. But I like Safari though. I like that video. When he was throwing money everywhere in the interview.
Hey man, Safari. Yeah man, Safari, good guy, man. He wrote all them hits. Shout out to Nikki.
Yeah, Safari's really good. But just to kind of round out this story, so Lakeith responded to Charlamagne, you know, called him a hoe, whatever. And then Lakeith recently just came out with another video yesterday where he's like, he has a gun, he's like dancing.
And a diss track, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like pointing the gun. He's like watching an interview of like the person he played in the movie, Billy Williams. And he's like pointing the gun at like the interview, just like kind of taunting it. And then like before you know it, he's watching like Charlamagne like on his laptop or TV or whatever, and he's pointing the gun to Charlamagne, and he's like just acting weird, just like dancing with the gun. And yeah, like I don't know what is going on. Like Lakeith has always been he's a very emotional guy, very sensitive, and it's not the first time he's ever like shown him like kind of acting a little bit like in a public setting within like his videos. So yeah, I mean, hopefully he gets help if he's going through things right now, but I don't think like kind of going back and forth with Charlamagne is going to help.
Jacob, did you have anything on this?
Right, he was Snoop, right? I got that right, right?
Yeah, he was Snoop, yeah.
He was right, yeah.
I never knew that.
I just never knew that. That's crazy.
I didn't know that they didn't have the same hair or same face.
They look nothing alike. I don't know why they chose him.
Yeah, they don't. What else did you have on that list, man? Because I don't have.
Kevin Gates put out a new album. It was cool.
Didn't listen to it.
Huh?
I didn't listen to it.
You didn't listen to it?
No.
I mean, I like Gates. I mean, I haven't listened to like most of his things lately, so I'm trying to like get back into like listening to like some of his new material, because I could go back and listen to his old stuff, you know, anytime. But I'm trying to like listen to his newer stuff, and I like this album. You know, I give it like a 7 out of 10. It's cool. The one song he got on there called Cartel Swag, I really like. But then he got this one song called Big Stepper that has like this terrible hook. That's probably like the worst song on that album.
Bruh, I swear. I like that song.
Do you?
With the girl saying,
I hate that.
All right. What did she say?
She's just repeating Big Stepper. That's it.
Big Stepper.
That's
it.
That's it.
Stepper.
I hate that. It was so annoying. And the beat's annoying too. I'm just like, I hate this song.
You hate,
so much.
man. You hate getting on, man.
But like, for some reason, it reminds me of like the late 2000s. I don't know. Why,
yeah.
But
yeah.
I got that vibe.
Yeah, I can see that. But I really like I like the first song. What was the name of the first song? It had a really good beat to it. Like most of the beats were really, really good.
Was it Yeah, Let Me Know or something?
Yes, Lord.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Lord. Big. Yeah, those first 3 songs, Yes, Lord, Big Hitter, and Cartel Swag, like I could play those like back to back. And then like Plug's Daughter 2, that one's really good. Puerto Rico Love's good. Like I said, it's overall good. It's not bad at all. And I just hope Gase is interesting because Gase is like, you know how like Louisiana artists just have like that staying power, kind of like how Texas rapper do, where they're just like they have like no matter like if they're relevant in the mainstream or not, they're always going to be like relevant down here, and they just carry like a lot of weight, and like they just have huge fan base. Like Gase to me embodies that, to where like he may not always be the biggest in the mainstream, but he's always got like that fan base that just rocks with him. Like, cause Kevin Gates fans are like I know like there's a lot of people like the same way the young kids right now are like to Young Boy. I feel like they're like older people like us, and probably even older than us, who like rock with Gates like hard. Like they like love like anything he puts out, they love it.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
What was Gates' prime years? That was like
when we were in high school.
No, I was graduated.
I would say
when I was in high school,
I would say like 13, 14, 15.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I wasn't graduated then. I graduated 14, but I think I would say okay, you're right. 14.
Yeah,
15.
I would say Luca Brasi's Story 2, By Any Means. What else did he put out that year?
Yeah, when he tried to fight Sean Cotton, that was his prime year.
That was 14, I believe.
You said what?
By Any Means was 14.
Yeah, that was 2014. Yeah.
Yeah, when Kevin Gates tried to fight Sean Cotton, that was in his prime year.
Yeah. Well, he slapped him, didn't he? I think he said he slapped him.
See, yeah, I just said fight. I didn't want to because I couldn't. I remember him saying something to that. He fought him.
But like that was like, but Sean kind of got like set up in that because he didn't want to do the interview. It was kind of like a little thing for like the label, like
right.
for Gates to get some like some press, and he didn't want to do it because he said because it was like his second time, and I think I remember he was telling the story that the first interview he said it wasn't, it was kind of like whatever, he didn't like it because Gates is kind of standoffish when it comes to like interviews.
Yeah.
When he wants to be, he can be really cool sometimes too, but there's that side of him that can like be very like reserved. And he said the second interview that was like, I think Atlantic, who Gates was signed to, I don't know if he's still signed to them, but apparently they wanted Sean Cotton, Say Cheese, to like interview him again. And I guess that's where it all went wrong. And apparently, I forgot what the reason was. I think he asked him a question about something, and apparently Gates slapped him.
This is very off topic. But you brought up record labels and labels. Trap Boy Freddy is signed to 300 Entertainment.
He is?
He signed. Yeah, they promote on. If you go on 300 Entertainment, they promote Trap Boy Freddy.
I didn't know that.
And you know who else is signed with 300? Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, I knew Meg was signed at 300.
So Leo Cohen is doing a lot of great things over there at 300. I just thought I should mention that. That's the only reason why I brought that up.
Well, his first signee was Thug, wasn't it? Or was it Fetty Wap?
That was Fetty Wap. It might have been Fetty Wap. The 300 might have been Fetty Wap.
Okay, yeah, because Fetty Wap was signed to 300, but I can't remember who came first. If it was Thug or Fetty.
Or it even could have been Young Thug. But let's see. Okay. All right, so we'll save those topics for another day of who was signed where and who was signed who. But it's now time for sports. The NBA Insider has been waiting to get to it. I don't know what he wants to talk about. Honestly, I had nothing to talk about except for DeMarcus Cousins, not losing his job. Just they told him they want to play smaller ball.
What did that even mean?
How smaller do you want to play without having DeMarcus Cousins on your team?
Yeah. No centers.
No centers, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
All we want is Christian Wood in the paint. Christian Wood can't do it by himself.
Hey, Christian Wood can do it though.
By himself, like you know this. You know what this has done. This has affected my fantasy team. I'm undefeated. I'm 9-0, and I'm losing to Ricardo right now. That I don't like. Hold on.
I can't even sign in. I forgot my password.
Oh my god.
I do be checking it. Don't think I'm not checking it. I do be looking at. Oh, never mind. I think I'm signed in now.
Okay, Ricardo. So yeah, I don't know what Jacob wants to talk about. I'll tell you this though. Carson Wentz has been traded. God bless. I was in the car with Wilson the day on, what was that, Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
Thursday he got traded. I was in the car with Wilson, and he was pumping gas. And so when he got back in the car, I just had my phone in his face, like, bro, look. And I just see the tears rolling from this man's eyes, like, no, he's really gone. You see the Eagles fan, he's like, he's really gone. And he couldn't. The only part he was mad at was that the Eagles didn't get a first round pick, which I knew they weren't going to get a first round pick. They got a second and a third, and then a potential first round pick. That's if Carson plays 75% of the games. So if I'm Carson Wentz, I'm gonna sit and hope that the Eagles don't get this first round pick. I will sit on purpose. But also Anthony Edwards had an amazing dunk of the year. They're calling it. Ricardo, how do you feel about Atlanta hosting this All-Star game?
COVID central.
Yeah, that the players don't want to play in. They don't want to play in. And Adam Silver has ensured that Atlanta won't have any parties, kickbacks, club events, and Magic City won't be. He said Magic City won't be open. And I was like, what?
James Harden said that too. He said, what?
What? We can't go where? In Atlanta?
What did he say?
Magic City. I'm going to Magic City. I don't blame Lou Will. I don't blame James Harden. Go get them wings, man. They look delicious.
Yeah. Wait, I can't sign into my fantasy thing. What did I get kicked out?
No, you're still there.
I can't I signed in and it doesn't show up it doesn't say that I'm a part of the league anymore.
You're definitely a part of the league.
I think I was kicked out.
Are you on the right account?
That's not possible.
Yeah, I only have one account.
Oh.
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
I'm gonna name the All-Stars.
Oh yeah, that's what you're
this past week.
Yeah, go ahead.
So for the East, it is Giannis, Bradley Beal, Kyrie Irving, Joel Embiid, and captain Kevin Durant. I'm really glad Giannis wasn't the captain this year. No hate on Giannis. I'm just kind of getting tired of it. But for the West, Steph Curry, Jokic, Kawhi Leonard, Luka Doncic. I can't even say his name. Luka Doncic and LeBron James. Captain. Everybody knows LeBron James is going to be the captain for the All-Star game the next 10 years, dog. He's never going to not be the captain for the. But the reserves are Jaylen Brown, James Harden, Zach LaVine. Hey, shout out Zach LaVine and shout out Julius Randle. First All-Star games, 100% deserved. Ben Simmons, Jason Tatum, and Vucevic. For the West, it's AD, Paul George, Gobert, Lillard, Mitchell, Paul, and Zion. And Booker should definitely be on there. He got slided. But yeah, man. I don't think they should do the All-Star game. I think they should just have the selections and that been it. Have the players have the accolade of a selection and not have to play in that situation. But, they want money, dog. They want that money. And All-Star game is a huge revenue for the league because they get it from all sorts of everywhere, from sponsors to the TV to just everything. They make it. But I wonder, are they allowing people? I didn't even know. I haven't even seen anything about that.
You mean at the game?
Yeah.
I am not aware. I
bet they are. I really bet they are.
They shouldn't be allowed courtside.
No, they shouldn't. But, some people already are sitting courtside at different places, just like when LeBron got into it with that.
With Karen? Yeah.
Yeah. Courtside Karen.
Courtside Karen.
Yeah.
Kickback cruise. When can we do something positive? Oh, last thing in sports, or not real. This might not be our last thing, but for me, so over the weekend, Deion Sanders he coached his first game at a HBCU. I currently go to an HBCU, so I'm familiar with all the ups and downs that we go through. So after the game, He won the game 53-0. The team that he faced, Edward Waters, shout out to them. That was their only game this season or this semester. Their only spring game this semester. So for those kids, them playing in that game is really important. That's big for them. So
for the team that lost?
Yeah, for the team that lost because they're an NAIA. So they're NAIA, but they're moving to Division II. I want to say not next season, but the season after that, in 2 years, they're moving to Division II.
What is Dion's team? They're D2?
No, they're Division I. They play us. They play Texas Southern.
Okay.
So we're all FCS.
Okay.
So now but the main thing that happened after the game was Dion got his jewelry and his wallet allegedly stolen and his cell phone. His wallet. But this is the crazy part. He played at home. This was his home. This was a home game for him. Right?
That's crazy.
So what I'm being told was it was never stolen. All the items were misplaced. And what they really said was someone on some I think it had to be a student worker. The student worker realized, hey, someone could possibly steal your stuff. And so I'm going to move it to an even safer location. And yeah, so they moved his stuff to an even safer location so it wouldn't get stolen. And then he goes on and say, hey, my stuff got stolen. How ironic, bro. How ironic.
Yeah. It's really weird.
It's really weird, but it's really big for HBCUs. Right now, they're going to be playing all of the TV games for the most part. So they'll play most of all the TV games. For Texas Southern, we only got us versus Prairie View. That's the only time we'll be on TV. I mean, our football team's not that great. We're not good. I'll be straight up. We're trash. But I got
the Cougars.
No, not see. Look, that's U of H. See, bud. See.
Oh no, y'all the Wildcats, right?
We're the Tigers. Look.
Tigers. I can't remember, man. I knew it was a cat.
Listen, man. No, I promise you, all the HBCUs are either Tigers or Tigers. I promise you, there's no Tigers.
Really?
You look. The majority HBCUs are Tigers.
Hampton the Tiger.
Hampton is the Pirates.
What about what's the one in Atlanta?
Morehouse or Clark?
Morehouse, yeah.
Morehouse is the Tigers. Clark are the Panthers.
What about what's Tyler College?
They're the Steers.
The Steers. Okay, so that one's a little bit different.
They're the Steers, but when I was there at Texas College one day for when they played Jarvis, someone they was like, bro, I hate our logo. They said why? Because bro, we a bull with no balls. I said, okay. They say we're a bull with no balls, and then they're just sitting there getting beat 20-0 in a football game. I'm like, all right, so
right,
almost died. All right, so but other than that, man, I have nothing else to say on sports. I know Jacob. Do you have anything else?
Nah,
no. Naomi Osaka. Oh yeah, Naomi Osaka.
Oh yeah, congrats
to her.
Congrats to her, dude. Yeah, congrats.
Oh, she won the
Yeah, she killing Serena, boy.
She beat Serena, dog. Oh my god. And what did Serena say after the game? I forgot she said something.
I didn't know Serena said anything to her.
It was the second time, right?
I don't think she said anything to her.
This is the fourth time. She 4-0 against Serena. Yeah.
Oh, really? Against Serena? Really?
Oh yeah, man. She should have played T Grizzly. I went to trial back to back. I'm 2-0. Hey, that's a top. Now that's a quality bar right there. That's how you put out a bar.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow.
Sometimes I'm just more shocked that she's dating Corday than she beat Serena.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I saw that like a week ago, and I'm like, they really dating, huh?
Yeah, I saw the GQ video.
Yeah, I'm like, that's cool. I didn't know that.
But I guess I should queue up something to play while we exit. Let's see. Ricardo, what you want to hear, man?
I don't have anything. Can you play No More Words by I&I?
What? Oh, okay.
It was produced by Pete Rock. It's No More Words, I&I.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Oh, I don't know if you wanted Pete Rock or if you wanted Dat Punk.
Nah, no Daft Punk right now. No, I can't think about them. They broke up. So anything that makes me think about them, it's kind of sentimental right now.
So like, why did they say why they broke up?
Nope.
Okay. Now, is this the same guys that made that song Electric Eel, or that's a different group?
No, that's MGMT.
Oh, okay.
No,
I know Electric Eel. They played that on that was on 2K. All them songs, 2K be having the soundtracks. I be knowing. All right, let's see.
That's amazing. But I mean, that's pretty much the end of the show. Hopefully, like we said in the beginning, hopefully people who are affected by the storm in Texas, hopefully things are getting better now. Umar Johnson is still a scammer.
I love how it always brings that up everybody.
I have to remind the folks, he's been building that school for like 9 years. It's never coming.
Why are you doing that, man? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that, Dr. Umar, man?
I have to. He's taking advantage of single black mothers.
Oh my goodness. If we ever get Dr. Umar on the show, I want y'all to go off face to face.
Well, yeah, I gladly will.
Are you the Hispanic Dr. Umar? Like, do you...
What? Never compare me to that. What? What do you even... What does that even mean?
So that's Candace, Michelle, and Dr.
No. Please compare me to Candace Michelle all day, but never compare me to Dr. Umar.
All right, man. But take us out, man.
That's it?
Yeah, you can take us out, man.
Oh, well, you already know what it is. You know what it is. You know what it was. There's been the Minority Agenda podcast, and we are out. I can't talk. Omar Johnson took me out.
I want to be another hero in the present, Father's blessing. Brought on by his essence, the healer of souls beyond the heights untold, worth gold. Plus I rest inside the Vernonville's bowl, where the brothers get you open, junior players stay hoping to make it. You might not last, they might bust that ass, and that's when you grasp for the Father. You call, you shouldn't stall, so why you bother at all? I stand tall and reign supreme forever, and I bet you won't find no MC that's live. So wish upon a star that your rhymes up to par. You study all day to pass the MC bar. It's no thing to put the funk swing in effect. I love's on the beat, so the mic's getting wrecked, and there's no more words, so respect.
Yeah. Check it out, I got no more words. Frontin' niggas tagging aim to the rest of the herd. Yeah. Check it out, I got no more words. Frontin' niggas tagging aim to the rest of the herd. Right. Check it out, I got no more words. Frontin' niggas tagging aim to the rest of the herd. Yeah. Check it out, I got no more words. Frontin' niggas tagging aim to the rest of the herd.
Started, my man played it off, I never noticed. Meanwhile, you're scheming with the fucked up motive. But check it, let me school you on the eye. The who, what, when, and the why. See, I'm a despiser of discussing deeds. The rule of I is as the size of a mustard seed. Smaller than the smallest, hidden just the iggers. Planet in soil of earth, and it's the biggest tree that you ever seen. Turned it into green, now you fiend some man-made shit by machine. Goddamn, bring the sticks. Bringing brimstone bricks, bunch of men.